So is the Nikon D3300 worth it in 2022? So the Nikon D3300 came out in 2014. I got it in 2016. I was 13 years old at the time. I remember I was begging my dad to get me this camera because I really wanted to get into photography. I used to shoot on a small Samsung camera before, I forgot the name of it. But that's what I started out with. And I started getting my passion for photography, and at 13 I got this camera, and I still shoot with this camera and have this camera till this day. So is this a camera you should be getting in 2022? Well, the answer is yes and no. Yes, because this camera is still a beast till this day. I've took photos like this, and this, and people think I shoot on a 4,000, 5,000 pound camera. So if I can get photos like this, then I'm sure the camera isn't really the problem. It's more to do with the person behind the camera. The camera is just a tool at the end of the day. What I mean by the camera is just a tool, for example, if you have a pile of bricks and you give that to a builder, and you give the pile of bricks to an average person, the builder can turn that into a house, can turn that into a storage compartment, a shed. But giving that to an average person, you won't get the best results. The same applies to a camera. Your camera is just a tool at the end of the day. You know the camera's limits, you know how you can adapt with the camera. That's how I get the most out of this camera, because I know what it is capable of. Now I'm about to share a top secret with you guys. This is the biggest secret that no one knows. Maybe other people do know, but people don't really talk about it. The secret is this. Your lens. Your lens is very important. This lens costs more than this camera body. This is a Sigma 18-35 1.8. This is a very sharp lens, and I've got photos from this that are just, they'll speak for themselves. When I first got this lens, I was like, oh, I think I need to upgrade cameras now because the photos not coming out as good. When I actually took it out and shot with this lens, I just thought, you know what, I don't need to upgrade yet because this camera is powerful. But this lens, Sigma, is very sharp there. The glass in here is what makes it cost a lot, because it is high quality glass. And another good thing I like about this, it's an 18-35, so it's a wide and a mid zoom, so it's an average focal length. So when you zoom in and out, it's all internal, like the lens doesn't move in and out. So you can put this on a gimbal and you won't need to keep balancing, and it just won't be annoying, won't be coming in the way. So it zooms in, and this lens weighs a lot as well compared to the body of this. This is heavier than this, you wouldn't believe me, but this is actually heavier than this. So your lens is very important. Your lens is what will make or change your images most of the time. For example, if I use the kit lens here, I don't really use this kit lens no more because it creates something called chromatic aberration, which is like this red, green and blue edges on the edge, or when you shoot against harsh lighting. So this lens is very good. I highly recommend this lens, 18-35 1.8, if you're starting out, or if you get average portraits or using street photography. But yeah, I can't emphasize that enough. Your lens is very important when it comes to photography and filmmaking. Your lens will create sharper images. Maybe for filmmaking you don't want sharp images, but that's a different topic. But in general, for photography, don't upgrade the camera yet, because what you can do is get this lens and you're good to go. So now that I've covered the reasons on why you should get the Nikon D3300 in 2022, I'm going to cover the reasons on why you shouldn't get it in 2022. This camera, at the time I got it, it was 2 years after it came out, so it was still in date. But now this camera is kind of out of date, and if you want to get into photography as a career, I recommend you get something higher, like the Sony a7 II or the Nikon D750 or D810, cameras in that range. Because when you get these cameras, you're going to get used to the settings, and you're going to go out there, and if you decide to take it as a career, the camera's still good enough to take photos. If you get this camera, you're going to have to get used to the settings, and you're going to be like, you know what, I need to upgrade. Then you need to get used to the other settings with the camera. I'm going to stick to Nikon for now. Maybe I'll go to Sony in the future. But with this camera right now, I'm still happy with this camera. Another thing I recommend is you get a camera that has a decent body, but you want to invest more of your money in lenses, because the lenses, they will change your images, as I said. In conclusion, the Nikon D3300 is a very good camera. It all comes down to you. If you want to start out with something cheap, go for the Nikon D3300, invest in a good lens. Or you can spend all that money on the lens and body, on the body alone, and invest in lenses. It will cost you a bit more. We've come to the end of the video, and I'm going to post every day for this month. So make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and comment down below what videos you would like to see. But before I go, I'd like to announce that a documentary is coming out on Saturday the 6th of March. Watch out for the documentary, and it will be coming out at 8:30 PM on this channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one.